Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Candy Helena. I'm from Marine Science C. Today, I would like to present to you the review journal I've made. The title is Identifying Other Suitable and Potential Indigenous Carrageenophytes for Commercial Cultivation in India. This journal is written by Carrageenophytes, Kamalas Prasad, Rosi Alphonse Sequeira, Ramavatarmina, Monica Getinan Cavale, and P. Gwen Grace, who is worked under Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research in Ghaziabad, CSIR, CSMCRI in Mandapam Camp, and Central Sub and Marine Chemicals Research Institute in Bhavnagar, India. First of all, let us know what is carrageenan and what can it do. Carrageenan is a natural linear sulfated polysaccharides that are extracted from red edible seaweeds. Carrageenan is used for curing leather and as an emulsifying agent in pharmaceuticals, food products, cosmetics, and other industrial materials. However, due to the increasing demand for carrageenan, scientists feel that they cannot continue to exploit this species, which meant Euchema and Capapicus. So this journal was created to find out if other species have almost similar levels of carrageenan. The samples of this study is taken from Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu, India. The samples are Agardiella subulata, Anthelopsis pygmae, Laurencia caraibicas, and Soliera robusta. The first method that they did after taking sample was using the modified floating bamboo raft method, which required them to build a square frame made of bamboo for cultivation, which was carried out at Toniturai in Park Bay, southeast coast of India. Each selected algae was tested with a 5-raft scale. In Soliera robusta, each raft contained 4 parallel polypropylene ropes. In Anthelopsis pygmae, each raft contained 10 parallel polypropylene ropes. In Agardiella subulata, each raft contained 6 parallel polypropylene ropes. For the carrageenan extraction, we have to pour the 20-gram each dried seaweed in a grinder mixer and soak it into methanol for 24 hours, followed by separation of the residue using cloth filtration. In this process, 10 grams of the dried seaweed residue was soaked in 0.5% calcium hydroxide solution for 2 hours at room temperature, which means it's 30 degrees Celsius. The resulting carrageenan precipitates were dried under vacuum. Dried carrageenan obtained the extraction process were kept in sealed containers to protect them from environmental moisture. The calculation for each of quantity carrageenan extract were determined with yield in percent equals to WC divided by WDS times 100, where WC is the carrageenan extract weight in grams and WDS is the dry seaweed weight used for extraction. The final step is the environmental factors. The environmental features such as atmospheric and surface seawater temperature, pH, salinity, DO, and phosphate was recorded at 15-day intervals from March 2020 to May 2020. Multi-thermometer was used to record atmospheric and surface seawater temperature. Salinity was measured by digital refractometer. pH was recorded by a HANA digital pH meter. DO was recorded with HACH digital DO meter, and nutritional parameters were measured at lab. The result. Number 1 is growth. Except Anthelopsis pygmae, all other task seaweed record positive growth rate up to 2 hard cycles. Anthelopsis pygmae saw 0.39 or 0.03% DGR in first harvest cycle, whereas during second harvest cycle, negative DGR, which means minus 1 1.23 or 0.72% was observed. In Soliera robusta, 1.57% and 1.6% DGR was recorded in first and second harvest cycles, respectively, and 1.58 average DGR was observed from two harvest cycles, whereas in Agardiela subulata, 3.82% DGR was recorded in both first and second harvest cycles. In Laurencia carabica, 2.09% DGR was recorded in both first and second harvest cycles. Characterization of carrageenan. The yield of polysaccharides was maximum for Soliera robusta in 29.37%, followed by Ampheltiopsis pygmae, which 16.87%. Agardiela subulata is 6.0%, and Laurencia carabica is 4.5%. When using water as solvent, in calcium hydroxide were used, the yield of polysaccharide was maximum for Soliera robusta is 20%, followed by Ampheltiopsis pygmae 19.12%, Agardiela subulata is 8.75%, and Laurencia carabica 5.25%. This gives the conclusion that the yield of polysaccharides depends on the type of seaweed and the solvent. Lipid content was highest for Laurencia carabica, which 1.84 gram, followed by Agardiela subulata, which 1.66 gram, and Ampheltiopsis pygmae 0.78 gram, and Soliera robusta for the end is 0.10 gram. These lipid containing methanolic extract were used for fatty acid analysis. The spectra of the polysaccharides extract from Agardiela subulata and Soliera robusta show band 930 cm-1. The polysaccharide samples extract from Ampheltiopsis pygmae and Laurencia carabica show band 805 cm-1. Furthermore, these carrageenan samples form stronger gel in 1% KCl solution in comparison to the samples extract from Ampheltiopsis pygmae and Laurencia carabica, indicating presence of kappa carrageenan along with iota in these seaweeds. The environmental parameters are listed in this table. The atmospheric temperature and surface seawater temperature were in the range 31.9 until 35 degrees in Celsius and 29 until 31.73 degrees Celsius, respectively. Salinity was found in the range of 32.33 until 36.75 ppt, and pH was in the range of 32.33 until 36.75 ppt, and pH was in the range of 7.93 until 8.16. Now we get into the discussion. In India, Capopicus alvarezi is the one alga which is cultivating at commercial scale for Kappa carrageenan. Among the four taste algae, higher DGR 3.82% was observed in Agardiela subulata because of its adaptive and phase group nature, and also comparable to DGR value reported in other indigenous Carrageenophytes. The conclusion is the seaweed samples were identified as Agardiela subulata, Laurencia carabica, Soleria robusta, and Ampheltiopsis pygmae. Higher DGR was observed in Agardiela subulata, which 3.82 and similar to DGR of Capopicus alvarezi. Research is below the Central Salt and Marine Chemicals Research Institute. And That's all from my presentation.